story is all about family, adventure, and facing threats that go way beyond Earth. Before the Avengers or the X-Men became household names, it was the Fantastic Four who started it all in the 1960s. Created by comic book legends Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the Fantastic Four changed how people saw superheroes, not just as perfect fighters, but as people with flaws, emotions, and real relationships. It all begins with four people: Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm. Reed is a super genius scientist, always inventing and calculating. Sue is smart, caring, and brave. Johnny is the hot-headed younger brother of Sue, full of energy and fire, literally. And Ben is the tough but kind-hearted best friend of Reed, known for his strength and loyalty. Their journey starts with a bold decision. Reed builds a spaceship to explore outer space, and his friends join him. But during their trip, they're hit by cosmic radiation, a powerful burst of space energy. This radiation doesn't kill them, but instead gives them each a unique superpower. Reed gains the ability to stretch his body like rubber and becomes Mr. Fantastic. Sue can become invisible and create invisible force fields. She becomes the Invisible Woman. Johnny can fly and cover himself in flames. He calls himself the Human Torch. And Ben turns into a rocky, super strong creature called the Thing. At first, their new powers scare them, especially Ben, who feels like a monster. But together, they realize they can use their powers to help others and protect Earth. They don't wear masks or hide their names. They are open about who they are. They move into a skyscraper in New York called the Baxter Building, where Reed runs experiments, and the team prepares for danger. Over time, they face powerful villains and explore new dimensions. Becoming more than superheroes, they become explorers of the unknown. Doctor Doom. But no story of the Fantastic Four is complete without talking about the greatest enemy, Doctor Doom. His real name is Victor Von Doom, and his origin is just as tragic as it is fascinating. Doom was once a brilliant scientist, just like Reed. He was even Reed's college rival. But while Reed used science to help others, Doom used it to gain power and control. He was born in a small European country called Latveria, where he suffered loss and hardship. He became obsessed with combining science and magic to gain ultimate control over his destiny. One day, Doom tried to build a machine to contact his dead mother in the afterlife, but the machine exploded, scarring his face. Blaming Reed for warning him too late, Doom swore revenge. He then traveled the world, learned dark magic, built advanced armor, and took over Latveria, becoming a dictator. Clad in a metal mask and green cloak, Dr. Doom is not just a villain, he's a tragic figure. Deep down, Doom believes the world would be better if he ruled it. He's cold, ruthless, but incredibly intelligent and powerful. His battles with the Fantastic Four are not just fights, they're personal. Reed and Doom represent two sides of genius. One uses it to help people, the other to control them. This is what makes their rivalry so deep and ongoing. Doom is not a simple bad guy. Sometimes, he's even teamed up with the Fantastic Four when the universe was at risk. But at the end of the day, he always returns to his own ambitions. Galactus Silver Surfer. Speaking of the universe being at risk, this is where Silver Surfer and Galactus come in. Imagine a being so huge and powerful that he doesn't care about planets or people. He doesn't do evil because he wants to. He does it because he must. That's Galactus, a cosmic force who eats entire planets to survive. He's not a villain in the traditional sense. He's more like a natural disaster, a hurricane in space. Galactus doesn't hate Earth. It just happens to be his next meal. But Galactus doesn't show up without warning. He has a messenger, a scout who travels across the galaxy finding planets for him to consume. That scout is the Silver Surfer, one of the most unique and emotional characters in all of Marvel. Silver Surfer was once a man named Norrin Radd, who lived on a distant planet called Zenla. When Galactus came to devour his world, Norrin made a deal. He would serve Galactus and find him other planets if Galactus spared his own. Galactus agreed. Norrin was transformed into the Silver Surfer, a being covered in silver skin who rides a flying surfboard through space. He gained cosmic powers and nearly unlimited energy, but he lost his freedom. He became Galactus's herald, flying through the stars, leading destruction wherever he went. One day, the Silver Surfer arrives on Earth to prepare it for Galactus. But when he meets the Fantastic Four, and more importantly, Sue Storm, he starts to feel something he hasn't felt in a long time: compassion. He sees that humans have hope, courage, and love. He realizes that Earth is worth saving. The Fantastic Four, especially Reed and Sue, convince him to betray Galactus. In a bold act of rebellion, Silver Surfer turns against his master to protect Earth. This moment is one of the most powerful in the Fantastic Four's story. A former servant of destruction chooses to save a planet he's never known. Galactus, angry but impressed, spares Earth and leaves, mostly because he respects the courage of the Silver Surfer and the Fantastic Four. After that, the Surfer becomes more of a hero, wandering the universe, trying to make up for the damage he caused. The Negative Zone. The Fantastic Four's adventures only get bigger from there. They don't just fight bad guys on Earth. They travel to other dimensions, including the Negative Zone, a strange alternate reality full of danger. They meet alien races, ancient beings, and even alternate versions of themselves. Through it all, their bond as a family keeps them together. Reed and Sue eventually get married and have kids. Johnny matures, slowly but surely. Ben struggles with his rocky appearance but finds peace in who he is. The team often has ups and downs, arguments, and doubts, but they always come back to each other. That's what makes them different from other superheroes. They're not just teammates, they're a family, with all the love and frustration that comes with it. One of the most emotional parts of their story is Ben Grimm's struggle. As the Thing, he's stuck in a body he never asked for. He misses feeling human. He watches others live normal lives while he looks like a monster. But even through all of this, he remains brave and kind. He becomes a symbol of inner strength. Not because of how strong he is on the outside, but because of how he keeps going when things are hard. Reed Richards, on the other hand, often faces the challenge of being too smart for his own good. He tries to solve everything with logic and science, sometimes forgetting the emotional side of things. Sue often becomes the heart of the group, reminding Reed and the others about what really matters. Her role isn't just powers, she's the glue that holds the team together. Johnny, the Human Torch, is the wild card. He rushes into danger and loves showing off. But underneath, he's loyal and fiercely protective of his family. His relationship with Ben, the constant teasing and pranks, hides a deep brotherly bond. The Fantastic Four have faced many threats, some from space, some from Earth, and some from within. But none challenge them quite like Dr. Doom. He's always there, watching, waiting for a moment of weakness. And yet, in rare moments, even Doom has helped save the world, because deep inside, he believes he's the only one who truly knows how. The Fantastic Four's story is about more than just superpowers. It's about growth, sacrifice, and sticking together when everything is falling apart. It's about facing cosmic giants like Galactus, and still finding time to argue over dinner. It's about people who didn't ask to be heroes, but became legends anyway. In the world of Marvel, the Fantastic Four are often called Marvel's first family. Not because they were the first heroes, but because they act like a real family. They argue, laugh, cry, protect, and forgive. And when the universe is falling apart, they're the ones who hold the line, not with brute force alone, but with heart. Even after all these years, the Fantastic Four's story still matters. In a world full of powerful heroes, they remind us that teamwork, understanding, and love are the most powerful forces of all. And whether they're fighting Dr. Doom, saving the world from Galactus, or helping the Silver Surfer find redemption, they always find their way back to each other. That's what makes them fantastic.